picture out of the way. Welcome, everyone. I'm so excited that there's people here, even from Hawaii, which, by the way, is where I'm going on my vacation tomorrow. So that was kind of exciting to see that. So I'd like to just introduce myself for a moment quickly. My name is, Stephanie mentioned, is Lori DeFurio, and my goal today is to really help you get the most out of the Acrobat that you're using today. I have a blog, and I also have a tech corner on acrobatusers.com that you may have. What I want to talk about today is forms, of course, and I just want to make sure. Some folks said they couldn't hear me very well. If it's any better now, don't reply, please. Just maybe Stephanie, can you hear me okay?
You are much better. Whatever adjustment you made seemed to have worked.
Perfect. Okay, great. So as I talk about creating fillable forms, there's, the first thing you have to think about is, what are you starting with? Are you starting with just a printed copy? Someone came by, handed you a form and said, can you make this interactive? I've seen a fillable form on the internet and I want mine to be that way as well. Or are you starting with an electronic document? Either you're starting with the source. Maybe you use InDesign, maybe you use Microsoft Word, maybe you use some other tool to basically lay out the look and feel of your form, and you want to make it a fillable PDF. Or somebody, again, mailed you one that they created. They threw it at you and they said, I need you to make this fillable. And you're like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do now? So I want to cover all those points, and I want to talk about the different ways that Acrobat can do it. And then also, once we've created our fillable form, what I want to do is talk about how do we add some formatting or calculations and validation. Because really, once they're filling it out, the number one cost to forms today is really around having to rekey. If you've got a form, either fillable or even printable, that's printed, and the person types the wrong information into the field, then there's that issue of making a call, finding out how to fix it. So if you can make the form that much more intelligent before you get started, you'll be able to save yourself a lot of pain and suffering on the back end. Now, I did want to mention on the left of the screen, there's the Q&A pod where you can ask questions. I have a whole team of folks online with me this morning available to answer the Q&A. Additionally, on the left, there's something called the File Share pod. And any one of those 4 documents there, they're 4 PDFs, are available to you to just click on and download to your computer. One is the actual samples I'll be going over today. A couple are from the internet that I picked up, and I wanted to show you what's possible. And then also the slides that I'm presenting are in there as well. So feel free to take those at any time during the presentation this morning. So what I'd like to do now is I'm going to jump into like a demo mode. I'm actually going to go ahead and share my computer screen with you. So you'll be able to see everything that I'm doing on my desktop in real time. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with some forms that I just downloaded from the internet. And I actually just did this morning. I searched around for some forms that looked like a form, but they actually aren't fillable right now. And you'll notice as I click onto the fields, I can't really fill it out. So my option currently is just print it out and fill it in by hand. So typically what I would do in Acrobat is I would go ahead and either open up my Forms toolbar or something else and add the form fields on the page. But before I do that, I want to introduce to you a brand new function that we added in Acrobat 8 Professional. So anybody that's not on Acrobat 8 Professional probably hasn't seen this tool yet, but it's very important and it will save you lots of time and energy as you're building a form. It's right here under the Forms menu. I can say Run Form Field Recognition. And Acrobat will search through this form, identifying all the areas on the form where it thinks are form fields. And as you can see, all these things that it's now highlighted in yellow is showing me where it actually put form fields down.